I'm Batman. Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Hello. Today I'm taking a look at the Mezco exclusive 1/12 collective Onyx Batman Sovereign Knight. And doesn't this take you back to 1989? Well, some of you know who I'm talking to. The standard edition of Sovereign Knight is a gray costume Batman with a black bat, no yellow around it. It has some overlays and stuff. It looks techy. It's Batman at the height of his career. But at Toy Fair, they showed it as not having all that tech stuff on the costume. So I'm still waiting to see what happens there. After that, Mezco showed their exclusive Onyx edition of this suit, looking very Burton-esque. And I think when I ordered it, that's what I was thinking. Man, this is close enough to Keaton Batman that's what I'll use this for on my shelf. And then in Toy Fair, they had to go and show a Keaton Batman. So there goes those plans. But I'm still down for a good Batman. And I have a feeling I'm still going to like this. Maybe. Like I said, the box looking very 89. Same thing on the side. On the back, you get kind of an illustration, just barely showing a little bit. On the other side, another Batman logo. On the top, 1/12 collective. Just look how sleek and black this is. It's so shiny. It's sleek and sexy. On the bottom are your legalese, UPC. Let's see what's in here. Multi-layer bubble. On the bottom, you have this Batman. Why wouldn't they make the Bat logo match the actual figure or even the packaging? I have the Ziploc bag to hold all your extras. I love this thing. And then here's this crazy cape stand. I never use these things. I've seen people talk about how difficult it is, and I've tried it a couple times. I'm just not that patient, but this is to flare the cape out in your display if you want to use it like that. This is more my speed right here. Just the stand plugs into the bottom base. My brain is so on Transformers right now, I was like, Rat Bat? Pop the foot peg out of there, turn it around, boom. And I like this because it's centered on the Bat logo. It's not like some of them where they've put it off to the side for whatever reason. And then Batman in this protective, oh man, so many extras. I like that. Out of bed, Batman. It's time to go to work. Oh, cape's going back through a plastic shell. I ain't pulling a Hasbro on me. And there we go, all out of the package. And oh man, I can't decide if this is my favorite Mezco Batman or my second favorite Mezco Batman or my favorite Batman in the collection. One thing I will say right off the bat is the shiny glossy black makes it really hard to see detail here, and it's kind of cool in a way and it's kind of annoying in a way. I'm getting old, I'm getting blind, I'm looking at it, I'm like, hey, what's going on here? Or what's going on down here? Is there something happening on the legs back here? It's a little bit distracting, but I definitely get that was the intention here. It almost serves a purpose. If this guy was running at you in the street after you had just robbed a bank heading at you, your first thought would be, man, this gimp suit guy's trying to take me down. But then here comes the logo, here comes the thing, here comes the fist, and you're down. It's distracting. But if you look closer, you can actually see there's fabric. Well, of course, it's Mezco. It's one bodysuit coming down to the top of the boots, up and around to the gloves about right here, and then up to the neck under the cowl. So this is all fabric with this leathery overlay stuff on it that's very nicely done. It's really busy, especially right here. I want to say it's tech detailed, but it looks more like just waves coming through. There's no rhyme or reason, which adds to the distracting factor. Same thing down here. There's a flow, almost, I hate to say Aquaman-ish, but that's what it reminds me of right here. If this was in green and orange, change the head, you have Arthur. Same thing on the back, even though I'm probably never going to see this part of the figure again because of the cape. And then the sculpting to the belt kind of follows the same pattern, or I guess aesthetic, as the suit, where I feel like there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to the sculpting on some of the pouches here. Sure, it's cool, sure, it's busy, sure, it adds to the overall figure, but at the same time, why, I guess? And I don't mean that as a bad thing. Again, it fits the overall figure. And then the Bat logo, from afar, you'd think yellow, black, but you get up close, camera, and then you see the little, like, fiber detail in here. It's not just a flat yellow. But then on the head, you have some sculpted grooves, maybe a plate or two, but compared to the rest of the costume, it's fairly flat, especially down here on the boots. You see all this detail worked in here, and it kind of matches up here. It works. I'm not saying, oh no, Batman's cowl looks wrong. I'm just saying it kind of sticks out but then it's glossy black and it blends into the whole figure. So it works, and I feel like I'm sounding negative. When I'm really liking stuff, I'm just pointing out details. That's what I'm doing. I'm explaining my thought process as I get this out of the box and look at it. And continuing that thought, he seems a little bit stubby. Like his torso, well, maybe we can fix that by bringing his belt down a little bit. The belt doesn't really want to come down. It'd look a little bit more sleek, but the belt likes to ride high, and that makes him look crotchy and short torso-y. But once again, I really like this cape. In the package, it comes like this. It's folded back over his shoulders. It looks nice. You think, oh, it stays back there, but you actually have enough material to fold it over, and you can get that classic hiding within the cape logo sticking out a little bit. Just the head silhouette nicely done against the night sky with a moon behind them. That'd be amazing. Oh, I forgot I had this. That's awesome. And looking at it when it's like this, no seams, but it's almost like a memory. It just goes back to folded over back to here. It's kind of cool. Okay, so you can see a little bit seam. It's not totally magic, but you know what I mean. Boop. Going over articulation, there is a dumbbell joint up here at the neck, and that allows you to get forward, up, a little bit of tilt, a little bit of tilt, swivel. And I always say this about Mezcos because of the bodysuit. The articulation is a little bit, you can't get crazy with it, but this thing does come up to 90. Swivels up to about right there. Any further, I feel like it's going to pull, but you could push it. You could go a little bit more. There may be a butterfly to that socket or a ball joint, maybe a dumbbell. There's some swivel there, but man, all this leather right here holds it to about right there. You can't get much further. There you go. Elbow comes up to here. Kind of ball joint at the wrist where you get up and down action. Swivels around, but if you bring it, you can get side to side. Torso articulation, arc back, crunch forward, tilt, tilt. The hips come up to, well, all the way. Back, out. I figured there'd be more stretch. You can't go both legs, but you can definitely go one. There's swivel at the thigh. Knee comes most of the way. He's not going to be kicking his own ass. And then a ball joint at the ankle. Back a little bit, forward a little bit, rock. Not a lot of movement there, but enough to offset where he's not going to fall back on you all the time. For accessories, it comes with 2 fists, 2 splayed out hands, 2 trigger finger hands, 2 grip hands, 2 smaller grip hands for putting a batarang in between the thumb and forefinger, and then a kryptonite knuckle duster hand for, punching your Superman action figures. And switching out the hands, I love Mezco in this aspect. Just pops off. Because the hands are a little bit soft, just pops back on. The easiest hands to change in the business. For other accessories, it comes with 10 batarangs. Mezco's been doing this lately with the small, tiny, easy to lose in carpet pieces. They give us a few extras just in case, I kind of expected these to be black though. It's weird that they're silver. There's nothing wrong with it. It's different. It just doesn't fit the overall color scheme. And with the batarangs, he can hold it in this hand with the thumb and forefinger close together, or the splayed open hand where the fingers are split apart a little bit. I kind of like this better. Comes with this grappling gun, and in this case, it does match the overall color scheme of the figure. And that does come with the Camino dart from Attack of the Clones. It comes with the grappling hook you can plug into the end. And then it also comes with another hook with a fairly long thread on it. You can't actually tell how long it is with me just doing this. I'm so stupid. There you go. It's about that long. Comes with this cooler, bigger batarang. It's got that carbon fiber look right there to the middle. I don't know if it's carbon fiber. That's what I use for any kind of little design like that. And that detail work is on both sides. Comes with this sonic gun type thing. Oh, look, carbon fiber again. Same motif as the grappling gun. They both match up really well. And because of the softer material that Mezco uses, it is not a problem at all to get either of these into the grip hand. So many accessories, I can't keep track of all of them. And then there's this. For something that he probably has used it in the comics or a cartoon or somewhere. For something that I haven't seen before, I kind of love this little thing. They call it the Bat Drone. I'm sure it comes in silent hover, checking the area before Batman actually comes in. It's a neat little concept. It's a nice add to the overall package. It fits the color scheme again, except for these red eyes. Ooh, intimidating. There's some articulation here where you can bring it around. Or hover mode. I wish there was a stand for this though. I guess you could use one of those cape wires coming up to it somehow, but it'd be cool to have kind of a thing to have it float back behind the figure. In the package, it comes with a head with the long ears on it, and this works pretty good here, but I kind of like this alternate short-eared Batman better. But he's showing a little bit of teeth right there. It's a little bit more stern. I wish we got a cowl with the short ears on this with the more closed mouth. What am I doing? It also comes with this more battle damaged head where Batman missed date night with Catwoman or something. It's the long-eared cowl again, but he's got more teeth. He's got some blood right here. You can see his eye through the damage, and I like this metal look through the gloss black. But then we get a full-on unmasked, undamaged Bruce Wayne head. Looks debonair. Looks suave. I also forgot to mention, he's got kind of a holster thing right here, but without going, I'm just trying to figure this out by myself. I can't quite get anything to stay in there. And I know, I'm gonna get the comments of, hey, dumb shit, put it in the other way. Or, no, that's for something else. But I thought I'd point it out because I don't really... Oh, well, I'm not going back and reshooting any of the review, but I now realize that that's not supposed to be to the side. This is supposed to be the front right here. It looks much more balanced across. It looks more symmetrical, which is much more my taste. I was going to gripe about this sticking out the side and this being polka, but again. For comparison, here he is with the Mezco Ascending Knight Toy Fair exclusive Batman. This was my favorite Mezco Batman, and I'm going back and forth as this review goes on and on. I like the matte black here. I like the overall silhouette. I like the look of the cowl coming out, kind of that first appearance early in his career, but you can't go wrong with the yellow logo, the overall look of this Batman. Back and forth. I think they're both my favorite Batmans. Here he is with the 1/12 Collective, I think Deluxe Joker. Fits perfectly. Of course, it's the same line. It's supposed to fit perfectly. Another one of my favorite Mezcos is the 1/12 Collective Popeye. He has not left the review space since I got him. That's how good this thing is. But Batman's good too. If I could get that to center up and go down there. Now the belt's gonna bug me. But to give you an idea of size against other lines, here's the Marvel Legends Black Panther, the Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper, the Mattel DC Universe Classics Brave and the Bold Batman, that's what I call it. And then here he is with Gus. I'm Gus. So at the end of the day, just another fine addition to the Mezco Batman shelf. And we definitely have a Mezco Batman shelf at this point. I mean, just look at this. Look how delicious this looks. It's just straight up Batman. Yes, it's a little bit distracting with all this sticking out, but because of the sheen, the way the light shines back at you off this figure, you kind of lose that within the overall piece. It's distractingly good. It's just enough Keaton to take you back to 89, but it's just enough updated to keep you in the present. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point, but stick with me. We're getting there. Playing with it for a little while, the ankles are a little bit hindered. It's hard to get them down into poses, but the cool thing about it, the bodysuit allows him to get down into those poses. So I may pull the feet later, see what can be done about that, to see if I can get a deeper crouch, some more rocker, some more ankle movement. But man, they're making it really hard to decide which is the best Batman in this line. And having this in hand now, even though I do have another Sovereign Knight coming, or two, is there a PX? But having this now, I almost feel like I'm completely satisfied with this version of Batman at the height of his career. But I'll see what I think whenever I get the rest of them. So if you like this review, as jumbled as it was, comment, like, subscribe, I'll catch you on the Fwoosh.